is the answer to a multiplication problem. Quotient is the answer to a division problem. Dividend is the number to be divided. And divisor is the number you are dividing by. So, the dividend is inside the box. The divisor is outside the box. And the quotient is your answer. Alright, how to multiply with decimals. You're going to line up your numbers, not the decimals. Then you're going to count the decimal places in each factor. And then when you're done multiplying, you're going to make sure that the same amount of digits are to the right of the decimal as in both of your factors. Lining up the decimals is not necessary. You're going to add yourself extra zeros and extra headaches. No sense in that. How to divide with decimals. Set up your division problem as usual. Move the decimal in the divisor. As many times necessary, you take it all the way to the right. You're turning it into a whole number. Move the decimal in the dividend, as many times as you moved it in the divisor, and bring the decimal straight up after you moved it to the number of times necessary, and then you're going to divide. So I'm going to work two problems with you, and then you're going to do one on your own. So first example, negative 12.02 times negative 3.4. Well, according to tic-tac-toe, because we're multiplying and dividing, I have a negative and a negative. My answer is positive. So I don't have to write the positive sign, but I'm still going to do it just so I know that I already took care of that. We're going to write these decimals, or write these numbers like there is no decimal. I'm actually going to do it over here, just because I worry about room. 4 times 2 is 8, 4 times 0 is 0, 4 times 2 is 8, and 4 times 1 is 4. I'm going to add myself a 0. Now I'm moving on to the 3's. 3 times 2 is 6, 3 times 0 is 0, 3 times 2 is 6, 3 times 1 is 3. We're going to add those up. 8, 6, 8, 10, 4. If you need to pause so you can catch up, go ahead and do that. Now I'm going to count. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Big fat decimal here. And it's positive. So now, like I said, pause if you need to. The next one is 56.4 times negative 3.23. That's a positive and a negative. It's going to give me a negative. So I'm going to go ahead and write that negative sign right now. And then I'm going to multiply. Actually, why don't you pause? You multiply, and then we'll check in together. So hit pause right now. Pause. You should have these digits for your answer. You're going to count 1, 2, 3 decimal places. 1, 2, 3, So my answer is negative 182 and 100.172. Alright, this one's all you. You've got a positive and a negative. So first decide if your answer is going to be positive or negative. Alright, we're going to do the same with the division as we did with the multiplication. I'm going to do one with you, one kind of with you, and then you're going to do one on your own. So I have a positive and a positive. My answer is going to be positive. The first number goes in the box. Our first step is to move this decimal 1, 2. 1, 2. And then it goes straight up. So I have 1, 2, 3 numbers in front of the decimal. I need 1, 2, 3 numbers in front of the decimal on top. So, how many times does 25 go into 5? 0. How many times does 25 go into 52? 2. 25 times 2 is 50. Now I'm going to bring down that 5. How many times does 25 go into 25? 1. So I have 0, so I'm done. I have 3 numbers in front of the decimal, and my answer is positive. Let's do the next one. First number goes in the box. Is my answer positive or negative? 2 negatives give me a positive. So first I'm going to move this decimal to the back, and I'm going to move this decimal the same number of times and take it straight up. I have 2 numbers in front of the decimal. I need 2 digits in front of the decimal again. How many times does 5 go into 0? 0. How many times does 5 go into 1? 0. How many times does 5 go into 12? 2. How many times does 5 go into 25? 5. So, I have a positive 0.25. This last one, make sure 6 goes in and 1.2 goes out. Your answer is negative because you have a positive and a negative. Make sure when you divide, you move that decimal one time and put a 0 here in this spot. So you have 2 numbers before the decimal, 2 digits.